Hi everyone, it's Denis. Unfortunately, Ed will not able to join today. He is moving and traveling to a technical conference today. Also, looks like Frederick is also not able to join today. We'll be going here in about a minute. Feel free to add yourself to attend this list. And feel free to add your topics into agenda. Okay, let's go ahead. Welcome to the Network Service Mesh weekly community meeting. This meeting happens every week on Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is 11 a.m. EST time. We also have just before this, the half hour before the weekly pull request meeting from 7:30 to 8 a.m. Pacific time. And you can see bridges for this in the document header. Also, feel free to add your names to attend this list. In terms of agenda, we also attend a bunch of recurring events. The CNCF working group meeting every week, and CNCF Tech network. In terms of upcoming events, we have Open Networking and Edge Summit Fall, November 15, 16. And also we have Istio and Network Service Mesh demo on Istio call November 17, 10 a.m. Pacific time. In terms of social media, we have 31 followers for Twitter and 31 retweets. And also we got a new follower for LinkedIn. In terms of agenda items, here I have added a topic from our side, mostly like delaying release or 1.7 by 2 or 3 weeks. Because currently we have a few blockers. The first blocker is IPsec remote mechanism. Here we found a technical problem, and currently we are waiting for Ed's feedback. Also, the next blocker is NSE Gen 2 that we planned to implement in this release, but actually we also block it for feedback from it. Another option, we can release NSM without these two features if folks need a release with some hot fixes and so on. Folks, do you have any opinions on this?
I'm fine with the delay.
Okay, good. So then final decision, I think, will provided by Ed. Currently, we are waiting for him. Okay, the next topic is cloud provider tests. Who added this?
It's me, Lionel. I saw that you have the integration test running in GK, AKS, and Azure, AWS, and I would like to know if you requested some privileges to be able to run this test.
Oh, yes, I understood the question. So yes, we are running our integration tests on these cloud providers. And to run integration test by yourself, you need to get rights, permissions for it. So you can type to me on NSM Slack, and I will share with you permissions.
Okay, yeah, thanks. So for each cloud provider, you had to request different kind of privileges and.
Oh yes, for each cloud provider, you need special permission.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will send you a message on Slack then.
Okay. Do you plan to run something on these providers?
For now, it's only experimentation, and we will try on Azure first.
Oh, okay, sounds good. So okay, we can start with Azure.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. The next topic is security issue report process. Who added this?
It's Asilar. I just brought it up because last week I was off, so I don't know if you discussed it forward or not. But if you remember, we were waiting for the email address to address the security issues. I don't know if you have any news on that from Ed, if the email is working or not. Because in that case, if it's working, then we could add the security.md file to the CMD template. But I don't know where we are with it.
Yes. Could you please remind about emails?
You mean a reminder for Ed?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yes, sure. I will ping him via Slack, because we had a discussion already.
Okay.
I will ask
also,
him. Okay.
Also, you went to add something to the template, or with some MD file. Am I get it correctly?
Yeah, I've already created the security MD file. So we checked it 2 weeks ago during the meeting, and Ed said that we could use that text. That's good. But the question, because I put the security at networkservicemesh.io, that will be the security email address for NSM. But we didn't want to put it until the email address is not live.
Okay, so I think we probably need to wait for it for this.
I just joined a bit late, so I don't know. Is it out of office or when we will? When he will?
Yes, today Ed is traveling to technical conference, and he is not able to join today.
Okay. Then I will ping him via Slack, and most probably we can clarify it easily. All right.
Okay. If he will not available, you feel free to ping me and provide more context. Probably I also can help.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Our next topic is RM support. Who did this one?
Yes, it's me again. A few months ago, we discussed about it, and I saw some message also a few months ago because some people were using the MacBook with the ARM CPU, and I was just a question if we're planning in NSN to provide images with ARM or if we are already supporting ARM.
Oh, it's an interesting question. We're also interested in this topic because half guys from team also using MacBook M1 and M2 processors. So in short, yes, we plan to add support for this. And as I know, currently VPP is supported this processor, but by some reason our forwarder, which is building with GoVPP, by some reason can't be running on ARM processors. It's a known issue, and currently no one is not working with it. So probably we also have a ticket for the problem, and as I know, currently it's just planned to fix.
Okay, yeah, and there's no deadline. I mean, it won't be in the 1.7, right?
I'm not sure about will be it in 1.7, but probably it definitely will be, but I'm not sure when, because it's as I know, it's low priority for it, but I think we can increase priority for this problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I was just wondering, and it's just for development, not for like production or anything. Yeah. Thanks.
Actually, this is an interesting problem. If someone went to solve it, be free to start work with it, because here is problem somewhere in GoVPP repository. As I said, VPP is working with ARM processors. Okay. Do we have any other topics?
If no one else has any, I think this may be the wrong meeting. I think I might have showed up to this meeting instead of the previous one, but I just wanted to point out that you know, you guys had given Acnodal a lot of help before KubeCon in getting our demo going, and that's much appreciated. And after sort of resting and recovering a little bit, I have submitted some pull requests. I see that you guys had merged one relating to IPv6. There was another one in K8s SDK relating to spurious errors in the log when watch is timed out. I just fixed that one this morning. So if you wanted to, if that one I guess was probably frozen, but if you wanted to have a look at that one again in the SDK K8s. And then I think there was another one in I'm going to say the command NSE ICMP responder, but it was an improvement to the Docker file. And I think at some point I heard that there's some other way of updating the Docker file because it has to get smeared across, you know, a dozen different repos. And so there's a template somewhere. So I was kind of curious about if I submitted it to the wrong place and where should I submit, you know, improvements to Docker files.
Hello, Toby. Yes, it's correct place. We really glad that we helped to you with KubeCon demo. Also, we also planned to fix all problems with IPv6 clusters in this release. So your fixes are super welcome. Vyacheslav, could you please create here is a topic for IPv6 problems?
Oh, in the Google Doc?
Oh, yes, Vyacheslav will add it. Oh, yeah, yes, and you can just add all links for your PRs here, and we'll review and most likely merge everything.
Okay, yeah, I can do that offline actually. And then, you know, we can take a look at it next week if you want.
Yes, sure. Also, do you have any feedback about KubeCon demo?
Well, so we were able to get what we wanted to get, most of what we wanted to get working. Again, we had some problems at the very last minute with Spiffy and Spire that we were just too exhausted, I think, to power through. But we were able to get at least one IPv6 tunnel going, which was great. And I think so. I think there are sort of two issues. One is IPv6. The other is that I think we were doing a somewhat different thing than had been anticipated in terms of putting a Kubernetes service in front of NSM daemons, and that caused us some drama with IP address mapping, where and this is, I think, this is an area where what we did is probably not something we want to add to the product, but we should think about kind of how the product would handle this case where trying to think, we wanted to map. I'd have to restore the context, but we had to end up disabling the little daemon that maintains the IP address maps, and add static maps that mapped the pod CIDR. Every address in the pod CIDR we had to map to the node address that pod was running on. And then the static map, you know, and then just load that map up statically instead of maintaining it on the fly. And again, I've sort of forgotten, it's been a couple of weeks, so I've kind of forgotten why we ended up having to do that. But I can recover that context so that we can sort of think about whether that makes sense and what would be a longer term fix for that need.
Oh, yes, as I remember, the root cause was that Kubernetes is not adding metadata for IPv6 and IPv4 clusters by some reason, and that's why we used workaround with static map file. But you're definitely right. We need to fix those problems. Vyacheslav, could you please point the problem with static IP map and dual stack clusters?
Yeah, I'll submit a PR for that one because we definitely want to, you know, sort of think about what we're going to do there. So I'll just not a PR, sorry, an issue. I'll open an issue for that one. We can chat about it.
Oh, issues are also welcome. We love to make NSM better.
Cool. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I think we got confused with what was going on here a little bit. So I think there's this one problem, which is the downward API.
Yes, Vyacheslav, could you
that
please
problem.
please
Yeah, and then
split
so it's the
the
downward
problems.
API in that the way that it currently works, there's when you set host network true, there's no IPv6s in the downward API addresses in the downward API. It's just not filled in. So that was one of the problems. And then I think the other one was, and I'm not sure we ever. I certainly didn't understand why we needed all the mapping tables, and so maybe it'd be helpful to separate both of those out as we write a couple of issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we ended up with a lot of these static tables, and you know, to be fair, I'm not really sure I understood exactly where that was passing through the chain and why we needed all of that stuff. So
Okay, so in 2 words, I can just explain why we used static map. It's because we are using currently Sidecar application for an SM Manager proxy that is just getting IP addresses of node with Kubernetes API. But by some reason, currently Kubernetes is not adding external IP addresses for dual stack clusters. And that's why we used the workaround. And we'll fix it, I hope. Do we have anything else for agenda?
I think that was all I had. Thanks.
Okay, seems like we reached end of the agenda. So take care and see you next meeting.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. See you.